Hello everyone and welcome to RVing to Alaska. Today is October 3rd and that only means one thing. It is time for a new travel season.
RVing to Alaska and our Monday night chats.
Yes, this is we used to do this live, but we are not live tonight. We have pre-recorded this in advance. However, this will be shown on our very first day of our new webpage.
Right, exciting.
Group page, RVing to Alaska Original. And we are here to discuss your number one questions.
Woo! How do we get to Alaska? How do we get through Canada? How do we enjoy our summers?
Exactly.
And how do we meet people on the road?
So cheers to all of you who want to make the journey to RVing to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
All right, to get things started, I am Stacy Quimby, and this is my husband.
Hello, I am Gary Quimby.
I will admit, I am pretty much the face behind the profile picture.
Absolutely agree.
Gary just lurks in the background, and then when I stick the camera in his face, he tries to help out, hence tonight too.
I'm trying as much as I can. The amazing thing is that she has done so much work to prepare this 2023 group behind the scenes. I've been busy doing other stuff, so I haven't seen what's on the script yet. But I'm doing what I normally do, and I'm just going with the flow.
For those who are wondering, we live in Houston, Alaska. We moved here a year and a half ago after RVing ourselves several summers coming up here. We love Alaska. It's embedded deep in our hearts, and it just seemed like the right decision to move here.
Correct.
Now, this video will also be playing on our YouTube channel, and I know we do have some followers over there that have been watching our house progress with the build.
Right, and well, we're kind of skipping forward then because you're currently sitting inside the house that isn't built yet on YouTube land.
Yeah, in YouTube land, we're about to move the motorhome inside the shop because that was the only portion done. However, skip forward 10 months. It is now October 2nd. Tomorrow will be the 3rd when this airs.
Spirit, what are you saying?
Our husky is being a little vocal. But yeah, we are in our house and we have not put the time or dedication into our YouTube channel just because we couldn't. Working on the house has...
We have been consumed with this project this summer and coming into fall now. And, being fall, we are also getting ready for winter. And, that's the whole thing up here. There's a lot to consider and think about for wintertime, so...
And we have not been traveling at all, so our RV content has been minimal at best. My main focus is this group page and helping you guys make your dreams come true by RVing to Alaska. So there's my focus. YouTube can wait for as far as I am concerned until it's a dark winter day and I don't have anything else to do, then I've got content I can put together. But for now, my focus is my RVing to Alaska business, and you find folks who are members that are a part of it. So
it's been a blessing to be a part of this group. I mean, I am this group, but I'm still just a part of this group.
He lurks.
I lurk and I see what's going on, and just to meet some of you, the few people that we met this summer at our last summer's rendezvous, was just amazing. It was so neat to see these people and to interact with them about the community that we've created on the road and the tips and tricks and the hints and just everything that we've provided for them to make their trip easier. It's been amazing to see that happen.
Even to the locals that we have met around town, it's still kind of weird when people come up to us and say, "Hey, you're the RVing to Alaska people."
What's even more crazy is when these local Alaskans come up to us and say, "Wow, you guys have seen more Alaska than I have seen Alaska, and I've lived here for 20 years.
Or they thank us for introducing
You're right.
them to new things they didn't know existed.
Exactly.
So that makes our hearts happy when we can help anyone make the trip, and it is even more special when it comes from someone who's already lived here.
Right, right.
So we are happy to make this our new home, and we are happy that you have found us and are part of our RVing to Alaska community, because this group page really is about community on the road.
We want to kind of simplify the myths and simplify all the negativity that you hear out there. It's an amazing experience. It's an amazing adventure. We want to help you find community on the road so you can have a more enjoyable time while you travel in Alaska. It's a big area, and if you don't know people up here, it's so much better to run into friends on the road.
Yeah, this last travel season was really nice because we finally had out-of-state visitors returning once again in RVs, and I truly think 2023 is going to be a huge year.
Gosh.
With all the changes that have recently happened, which
Right.
we'll get into that shortly. But what I wanted to do is let you know about our RVing to Alaska business page and then our group page. Our business page is simple. It's RVing to Alaska. It's on Facebook. And that is like the parent company page, our actual business Facebook profile. And then you have our Facebook group, which groups are for community, and that is our RVing to Alaska /original page. This is where you come to and subscribe, and you will post questions yourself, as well as once you start traveling, report your travel on the page so others can learn from you. Because the last thing I want is you just thinking that we're the masters of all this. We're not.
We're not.
This is a giant collaboration where we all work together and share information that we've learned along the way.
And that most of that information comes from the travelers. It comes from you guys sharing information with the page that we read through, and then maybe we will go explore that often as well. So it's, like we said, a community effort to make this all work together.
Absolutely. Now that we're living here in Alaska, it's not like we're traveling up and down the Alcan every year anymore. So we do look for you to share that information with us. Now, how this group page works is it's a little different in the winter months versus the summer months. The winter months, we are in planning and learning mode. And this is where you post questions. We'll do polls, and then we also will do daily posts every week focusing on different topics. This way you can save the information you've found, file it away, however you do your planning organization. And then in the summer months, or when you start traveling in late spring, that is where you're going to actually contribute your own travels, your own restaurant reviews, campground recommendations, tour attractions, and the like.
Right.
It's
Right.
really, it's kind of fun because in the summer, the page kind of takes over a whole new
It does.
dimension. We don't have to work it as hard.
It's fun to see that transformation happen.
Yeah.
It's here we go, end of May, first part of June.
No, really end of April
Well,
is
that's
when
true.
people start
People start coming
traveling.
up
The
early, yeah.
early birds really want to get up here. And then the focus changes, and we kind of go from learning to watching and lurking and moderating.
That's the big thing, is the moderating, and that's no easy task.
I'm going to get to that in a moment too. But I also wanted to cover our weekly featured posts, I should say daily featured posts that we're going to do new this year. We loosely did them in the last, in 19 and in 22. Sometimes I laxed, but this year I'm really working on a focus. I've actually have it all outlined out, what I'm going to be doing, when, what week, and I think you're going to really benefit from it. So our featured posts on Mondays are Moderator Mondays, and that's where, actually, if you have been a part of the group this past week, you've gotten kind of a sneak peek of
Right.
each week or each day what we're going to offer. So going back, Moderator Mondays is going to be normally most likely written by myself, but maybe a moderator here or there will write their own article and speak to something about making the journey. This week's moderator Monday is kind of reiterating what you're learning tonight about the page, how to use it, our group rules, guidelines, etc. Starting next week, our moderator Monday is going to be on, so you've made the decision. Now it's time to start planning. What do I do next? So that gives you an example of what you can expect from us on Mondays. Tuesdays is tidbits. Tuesday tips and tidbits. And this could be anything. It could be from gear. It could be from a suggestion what to do, what not to do. Tips and tidbits. It's very broad.
And now this may come from users as well as our moderators?
There could be a question posed.
Maybe a user has a question that they can email to you or something like that?
I might be having writer's brain block, and I just may say, hey, what's your favorite tip on such and such subject?
We could, we are not the ultimate experts on everything. We're relying on you guys to help out in some of these aspects as well.
Absolutely. Wednesdays are fun. It's kind of a day off for me, but it is fun for you because that is Where in the World Wednesdays. And this is where you can report where you're sitting or parked that week. So say you're in, I don't know.
Well, there's a gentleman in Scotland last week. And he replied.
In Tasmania.
Yeah.
So you can reply wherever in the world you are parked that day. This also comes into play when the travel season starts, because we do kind of have a rule that you don't post travel posts until you hit the Canadian border. So if you're in Kansas City and it's on a Tuesday and you post, I found the best campsite.
Oh, I was going with ribs.
In Kansas City. Okay. I found the best campsite and he found the best restaurant. That post isn't going to be accepted or approved.
On Tuesday. But on Wednesday, or on World Wednesday.
On Wednesday, just say you're in Kansas City.
Enjoying some ribs.
And the reason why we do that, we want to keep the topic on RVing to Alaska.
Right.
So there's plenty other Facebook groups you can join about anywhere else in the lower 48 or in the world for that matter. So Wednesdays are dedicated to letting your fellow members know where you are.
And where this really does, you alluded to this earlier, but where this does come into play is when a lot of you are up here in Alaska already and say, hey, I'm on the waterfront in Seward. And, you don't know it, but the guy 2 doors down is a member of the group too. And there you go. Now you get a chance to maybe meet him and have a happy hour.
That's how you find community on the road. And I can't tell you how many people have found community on the road through that or through our RV decals, which we'll also get to here shortly.
Ooh, exciting.
So that is Where in the World Wednesdays. Pretty simple. You get I get a day off in writing, and you get to let us know where you're at. Thursdays are Throwback Thursdays. This is where we may share a video from our past, a past excursion, a picture, or I may ask for your pictures of, say, show us your pictures seeing bears. So it's just a way to share because I know we do have a lot of people, a lot of members who have already made the journey or may live up here. And so this is a way they can share with you as well. Right. Foodie Fridays.
Ooh, I kind of like that one.
Foodie Fridays. We like food. Cheers.
Oh, cheers. Food.
We like to drink too.
I do.
He's a whiskey and bourbon boy, and I just drink craft soda.
Well, you got your wine.
And some wine.
Yeah.
But Foodie Fridays, we are going to take a culinary trip around the state, and we are going to tempt your taste buds with reviews of restaurants that we have found along the way.
Did you pre-think all that? Maybe. Good job. I like it. So this is focused on Alaska, on restaurants that we have been to or have heard about, have read about, and we'll
And I'm still trying to craft how I'm going to do it. I might spotlight a couple of restaurants. My focus, I think, is going to be, if I'm going to do more than one, it might be in the same town.
That would make sense.
And it may also pair up with our Spotlight Saturday, which is where we're going to spotlight a town, a village, or an area every week on the Alaska road system. So I'm thinking maybe if we're talking about Tok, Alaska on Foodie Friday, or on Saturday, then Foodie Friday, I'll probably tell you about Fast Eddie's.
That's a good place.
Fried
Salad bar,
mushrooms.
pizza, fried mushrooms.
So yes, so Spotlight Saturday, we are going to write another article, give you history, give you, again, campground recommendations. And I'm going to say we're going to probably use ones we've stayed at. I don't like to give reviews on something I personally haven't stayed at. It's kind of hard to give you a true review if we haven't been there.
We do have trusted friends and family that we could rely on.
We do, and our moderators.
And moderators.
But
But what we're getting at is we want to give you reliable information from a reliable source.
yes, exactly. So Saturdays, again, we spotlight a town, a village, or an area, because some areas there just isn't really a town. So that kind of helps define an area. And if you've, actually, we never got around to our season 19 in Alaska, but we're going to be following the road trip we took in 19 to make a loop around the road system in Alaska. And that's how I have built up my articles, and it will take us all the way through March.
Right.
So pretty excited about that.
No, well, from March through.
No.
I see
The
what you're saying.
weekly.
Weekly through March,
Yeah.
and then we start the
In
season.
April,
Gotcha.
I will stop doing those articles, and because that's when people really start traveling.
I mean, maybe we'll change the spotlight at that point to
Maybe off the
excursions
road
or
system.
off the road system, or something else to do in Alaska.
Yeah, we both have been to Prudhoe Bay, to Dead Horse, to Utqiagvik, Varro. So maybe we'll spotlight those areas. And then Sundays are for our vloggers and bloggers, again, giving us a day off on producing content.
Right.
And Sharing Sunday is where a vlogger or blogger can share any content that they have created that links off of our group page. If you
Now, should it be Alaska content, or can it be any content?
it can be anything. It's just when you're a vlogger or blogger, there's a certain etiquette when you go to someone else's Facebook group on how you should conduct your own self-promotion. So this is how we have found a way that you can self-promote weekly. However, it does need to be done in the Sharing Sunday thread. We'll post a post every day or every Sunday, and you drop your content and comments under there. It's very similar if you belong to escapers or escapees. They do the same thing, and many RV groups do that, and it just kind of keeps all the outside content in one place, and it still allows us for you to share.
Right.
Because we're vloggers and bloggers ourselves. That's what this business is. But again, it's not all about us.
No, I mean, some of you guys out there, the photographs I've seen, the videography I've seen,
Blows us away.
The adventures are just outstanding, and it would be a shame not to be able to share those with everybody else. So Sunday is your day.
And also, we are going to build a vlogger-blogger directory that you'll be able to find in our files section. And that way, if you're ever wondering who on the group page is a vlogger-blogger, you can go there and link right off into their own content, their own Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram, etc. So that's something coming down the pipe. Because we do, again, this is giant collaboration. There's just a time and a place when you share your links that go off of our group page. If you are a vlogger or blogger, I just ask if someone's questioning, answer their question. You don't need to always just post a link off and do it, and I'm sorry, the lazy way. That's Just
Right, yeah, what I think, let's clear that up a little bit. So somebody asks a question on the page, and XYZ blogger has a video that is
campground review.
that is dedicated to that specific question. We don't want you to post that link, but we want you to you have the information, so just answer the question, and then on Sunday you can come back and post that link.
Yep. Or if it's Tuesday, just go back to the previous Sunday's post and go put it in there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to post on Sunday. You just have to go find that Sunday's post and add to the content.
Right.
So hopefully that makes sense.
I think so.
All right. And then next on my little agenda is our team of moderators. As you guys are communicating and chatting on the Facebook group, we have a pretty solid set of guidelines and rules that we follow to keep the page safe, on topic, non-controversial, and family friendly. We're all adults here.
Yes, family friendly, of course.
Well, I'm just trying to say we don't need to be name calling, profanity,
Right.
no politics.
There's no reason for that.
No politics, no memes, things like that. So we have a group of, I think there's 10 of us total, including you and I. Are you counting?
6, 7, 8.
8,
9,
so
10.
9, 10. We have a team of 10 of us that on our own time, this is completely voluntary, we moderate all contents and content. We also vet every member that asks to join our group. That's very important because also our group setting is set up private. So your travel information is safe. The only people that can see it are people that are a part of our group. And at some point, someone from our moderation team has vetted those members asking to join.
Now, explain a little bit about vetting so other folks may know. So what do you look for when you have a new member requesting, or a new person requesting membership?
One, we want to look for longevity of being on Facebook. If you just opened your profile 6 hours ago, it's going to be highly scrutinized. If you don't have a Facebook profile picture, we're going to probably look at it and we're going to dig into your profile and see if you are a real person. If your name is not spelled like an American would spell and it's just looks off, I'm sorry, but we are going to go research your profile a little bit more. If your profile is locked, you will not be accepted. What else?
Just country of origin or
countries. If it doesn't look like you have anything RV related, it's going to be scrutinized. And the reason why we do this, we have been spammed or scammed by scammers. And they will go as far as join the group and then they'll make a post that says, oh, I bought this really cute RVing to Alaska t-shirt that looks identical like this, but it's some website that has nothing to do with us. Well, they've gone and they've stolen my artwork, copyrighted, or stolen, whatever.
Yeah.
They've stolen my artwork, put it through a company that will print off the shirts and then try to sell it saying it's us. And that's not cool.
Well, and whether they have the product or not, if they're just getting the money, I don't know. But all this scanning and vetting and scrutiny is for your protection.
Your safety.
Just so you guys know that we have a clean, reliable, safe group.
Also, whenever you make a post to our group, now a post and a comment are two different things. A post is when you initiate, you're the person asking the question, top line on the profile news feed. Every post has to be approved by our moderation team to make sure it fits our guidelines, is on topic, isn't spam, scam, or whatever. If you see something that looks out of place, or even in comments, there are 3 little dots. You can hit that and report that to the admins. And one of us on the moderator team will go check it out and we'll either moderate it or choose to leave it as is if it's legitimate. just your privacy and safety is number one for us. So our team of moderators rock, and I just want to mention them.
Great. They have been great
by name. So Madison Pruitt, Candy McMahon, and Kat Hiley have been with me since the very beginning.
Yes.
When I started this in 2017 and 18. Blake Disler and Matt Bialco. I'm sorry if I just go by first names. But Blake and Matt have been with us for a couple of years now, moderating off and on. And then we have 3 brand new moderators for the 2023 season.
4.
Well, you've always been there, babe.
I know.
But Amanda White, who actually she runs the Visitor Center in Taylor, BC on the Alcan. So she's one of my Canadian experts. Hillary Snicker, who is a new Alaskan resident. They live down on the Kenai.
Did they RV up here?
They have RV'd and driven up last year when they moved here. And then we have Shelley Duncan Rivas, who came up this past summer.
Oh, good.
So everyone has made the journey or has expertise in the topic.
And now, Kat lives in Alaska.
No, Kat lives in Arizona.
So nobody lives in Alaska now with the exception of Hillary.
No, and Blake.
And Blake, that's right. That's right.
Candy is in Wisconsin, I believe. And Madison lives in Texas and Colorado. But he comes up every year.
He comes up every year. And Madison,
we love Madison.
Madison Pruitt. This gentleman, he's coming down from, he's home now, but he went all the way up to the Arctic Ocean, Prudhoe Bay, and the other one, Tuck.
Yep.
So he's a very big adventure. He's in a little bee van, but this gentleman writes a very good post. If you see a post with Madison Pruitt as the author, I really highly suggest you read all through it. It may be long, but read it. He's got some very good information.
He tends to post weekly on the Tuesdays, the Tuesday tips or tidbits. He has great content. This year, he drove the back roads all the way to Yellowknife. I mean,
amazing adventure.
He did the Campbell Highway, which most people don't do. So if you're in a smaller rig and want to really do the back roads, Madison's got great content. And I know he'll be throwing it up for you to read throughout next year.
Yep.
So that is enough on the moderators, other than I could not do this without their help. I am only one person, and I cannot be looking at Facebook every minute of the day.
Well, the 2022 group topped over 5,000 members.
Yeah, we're at 5.7 right now.
How does one person moderate that? It has to be done by a team, and this team is amazing. I haven't met the newest 3 people yet, but every one of these people are amazing. And we thank them so much for their service.
And we're all in different time zones. So like some of the people that are farther east, they may catch the early morning things that slide in under the radar, or if there's a moderation emergency, they can handle it. And then those of us in the West Coast, Alaska, we usually get the late night stuff.
I mean, by the time we wake up, it's noon in New York.
So I just want to now take focus on the huge changes that just took place with Canada as of yesterday, October 1st.
Some huge, amazing news you all love.
You probably all know this, but Canada lifted all restrictions on entering their country, visiting for recreational purposes. There is no longer any vaccine mandates. There are no pre-arrival testing or random testing. You do not need to quarantine.
You don't need to use the ArriveCan app. Doesn't need to be used.
You do not need to use ArriveCan, which is an app on your phones, but it can help you at the border in the time it takes to do your border crossing. Right. Would we probably ever use it? Probably not. But you can. Some people said they really enjoyed it. It worked well for them. Other people they had problems, but the whole thing was riddled with problems anyways.
Yeah.
So we're just glad that Canada has finally fully opened
Right.
and
We
is
don't, we
back
don't
in
know
business.
if, we don't know if they're open back to 2019
Yes, we are.
levels.
Yes.
So basically,
Everything is
Everything
back,
is back.
to
Okay.
pre-pandemic conditions.
very good.
However, I can't say the same about the United States.
Oh, for
Yeah.
foreign travelers going into the U.S.
Yes. Now this, you just nailed the nail on the head. Foreign travelers. So if you are a Canadian or anyone who is not a U.S. citizen, you are still required at this point to be vaccinated to enter the United States, which includes Alaska. We are hoping that the administration will change this soon, especially with Canada. It's kind of been a back and forth
It really has been.
with what Canada does, well, the U.S. does too, and so we'll see. And us here at RVing to Alaska, we will make sure that we let you know what changes are happening. And as soon as that mandate drops, we'll be
let you
happy
know.
to let you know that our friends, our neighbors in Canada can freely come to the United States if they haven't been vaccinated.
Yes, correct.
So, all right, so that brings us up to our next topic
Right.
of conversation that I'm super excited about, and that is talking about our annual summer camp out.
Right, exactly.
In 2022, this summer, we had a camp out in the middle of the Alaskan range called Rendezvous in the Range, and it was absolutely fabulous.
But it got nicknamed something else.
It got nicknamed Rendezvous in the Rain.
Well, we did have a little bit of rain, but
It
regardless.
rained the entire 5 days that
Not really.
we were
The
there.
first day was beautiful with the food truck and all that. That was great for the arrival.
Yes,
The last
yes.
day, departure day, turned out pretty decent.
Well, no, the day before departure.
That's right, the day before departure was nice.
And that was a
Yeah.
free day in camp, and it turned out great.
The jet boat rides, they got wet. Even though they weren't swimming in the water, they still got wet.
And what about our seminar day?
Oh my God, that was a blowout. We had to stand inside the trailer. It was so wet.
We do have to thank, though, Battleborn Batteries
Right.
sponsored our event, and without them, we could have not have done it. But I tell you, it was a great adventure. We had 57
Right, it was-
RVs join us.
Oh my gosh, there's so many amazing people that we met and saw and got to interact
Continued to
with.
see.
Right, throughout the season, we saw many of these people.
Yeah.
Some of them stayed here with us.
Yes, they
Kinda
did.
nice.
So we are excited to bring back another 2023 Rendezvous at the River.
It's gonna be a little different this year.
It is.
Yes.
We're going to change things up. Kind of lessons learned.
Well, I think changing things up is great. You know, experiencing different things at each year is kind of nice.
Exactly. One big change is we are going to make the rally a week sooner, just because Mother Nature,
You can never, you never know what's going to happen with her.
once you hit mid-July, that's when rainy season kind of
Yep.
starts. So we decided to go ahead and do it for July 9th through the 13th. So that is a Sunday through Thursday, I believe. It's 4 nights of camping with us. And this time we're going to be doing it in an actual campground.
Beautiful campground. Oh, they have a really nice setup.
We're going to have boondocking options available in the group sites, as well as campsites that you can reserve in advance.
Now, do these campsites have services like sewer, water,
Some do.
30 amps, 50 amps?
Some do. However, our location, it is a full service campground. So they have dumping water available. They have a coffee stand. They have laundry and a shower
Wow.
house. They have a playground for kiddos. And it's truly family and pet friendly. And where this is at, it's in the Glen Allen area at the Tulsona Wilderness Campground.
Oh, nice.
So we
That's a
have
beautiful river.
we've partnered
creek.
up with Tulsona Wilderness Campground to basically rent out their entire park for the week. And we are going to have fun. They have tubing on the river. They kind of have a lazy river through their campground.
Well, now each site backs up to the campground. Each site backs up
The
to the river.
premium sites do, yes.
It's just the campground is like right along this whole streamy area. It's a really pretty city.
And then the group sites will be more rally parking
Yep.
away from the river, but it's going to be great. It's going to offer infrastructure, so we're going to actually have covered pavilions. So if it's raining, we can be out of the elements and not huddled under tiny little tents.
running from tent to clam to clam and everything
Truly
else.
lessons learned in choosing this new location for 2023.
Oh, it was an adventure in 22.
So, just for your information, this is just a save a date announcement. Again, July 9th through the 13th in the Glen Allen area at the Tulsona Wilderness Campground. Tickets will go on sale March 1st, and more information will be announced over the winter months starting in the new year.
So at the Rendezvous in the Range, we had 57 RVs parked with us, an amazing, beautiful site. Are we limited to the number of RVs at this new location at the Wilderness Lodge?
So far, we have 70 sites
70 sites?
reserved.
That's only 13 more than we had? Oh, so March 1st is the opening date for getting your tickets, folks.
Yeah.
You better do it.
So we will keep you updated and let you know more details as we hammer everything out.
Right.
We have great things planned. Sorry, I got a cheat sheet here. We're gonna do another catered arrival dinner with a
Nice.
food truck.
Yes.
And we're gonna have nightly happy hour and campfires. We're gonna do a movie night new this year.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Okay. That's going to be fun.
Again, like I mentioned, tubing and swimming in
Tubing.
their swimming hole.
Yep.
There'll be hiking and fishing, craft activities. We're going to have group potlucks. Like I said, there'll be dry camping, boondocking, or electric sites available. So depending on how you like to camp, you're going to have options available. Also, there will be a dump and water on site and showers.
And you'll have pricing available real soon.
No,
Not quite yet.
March 1st.
You'll have
March
pricing
1st.
available March 1st.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be family friendly. Kids are welcome. Pets are welcome. They do have a playground, and there's talk of maybe some bouncy houses.
What? For the
Yeah,
kids?
Yep.
Awesome.
And then on-site cafe, coffee shop for us adults that need extra caffeination.
That little jump in the morning.
That little jump.
Yeah, it's always
So again, early bird registration will open up on March
good.
1st.
It seems like such a long time from now, but
It's amazing.
It's around the corner, guys.
How quick it will.
Yeah, this winter time, all this planning you guys have, all this excitement you're about to jump into, the time is going to go flying by.
Yep. And then early bird registration closes on May 15th. And then from there, prices will go up. So you'll want to, if we're not sold out. If we're sold out,
And then that's it.
then we'll see what's going on.
Maybe a waiting list. Who knows?
There probably will be a waiting list because we did at the last minute, within the
cancellations.
last 2 weeks, have quite a few cancellations. So yeah, wait list will be a great idea.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Other than that, I am happy to announce we have reached the part of our 2023 RV decal reveal.
Good. Oh, I was thinking there's going to be questions and I got worried.
Questions are coming.
I know, I'm
They're
getting worried
next.
about that. That's tough.
But I want to get
So-
through the housekeeping,
Right.
everything first before we go and ask.
Every
Answer.
season it's been an attempt to, well, not an attempt. Every season we've created a unique decal
Yes.
for all of our travelers to enjoy. And this year
This is not
no
it.
different. That's
This
just the
is-
logo. That's our logo. That's kind of us.
This
That's-
is our logo, and this
Yeah.
is the mailing envelope you will get.
when you order the decal.
The decal. Any guesses to what?
I have an idea.
Well, of course you do.
All right. I'm not going to spill it out yet.
So we, in 2019, hold on, 2019 we did a bear paw, and then 2020, that year got canceled.
Well, but it was
That
still
year,
kind of a cool thing.
that year got canceled.
Yeah, yeah.
2021 we
Well, that got canceled.
that got
That
canceled.
didn't happen.
Last year, our decal was a really cool shield with a road on it. And so a lot of people were really bummed when the borders closed and no one could RV up in 2020.
Right.
So, guys, we did a thing. Hold on. And we are bringing back the license plate.
RV2AK23.
So I know even last year when we introduced the 2022 Shield, a lot of people were like, we want the license plate,
right?
And so because, and I was praying it would happen, and it did. I was praying that Canada would open up.
Oh, yes.
And that we would be
it was
fully
a
back. So 2023 license plate, guys. This is the new RVing to Alaska RV decal for next summer.
This is what you're going to be looking for on all those RVs you're passing by.
So it's approximately about 7.5 inches long by 4.5, 5 inches wide. It's a decent size, and we like to make it a decent size so you can actually see it as you're going down the road or as you're walking through a campground. You can really tell this is someone from our group.
Right. We don't suggest placing it over your license plate that's on your vehicle. Probably not a good idea.
Nowhere near where you would normally.
You know.
And this is an exterior.
It's a heavy-duty vinyl,
It
weather-resistant. Yes.
It holds up.
Yeah,
but
it's
if you
durable.
if you're a person that doesn't like to stick decals on your RV permanently, and I don't say permanently because you can get this off fairly easy with a hair dryer or a heat gun.
It doesn't leave a whole bunch of residue.
No. But you can also get, and it's hard to tell, this is a window cling.
An inside window,
Inside.
right? Yes.
So the adhesive is on the front, and you can put it in your window, and then it comes off your window fairly easy at the end of the season. It will just come right off.
Well, I believe you can almost replace it. You can take it off and on.
Not too many
Not too
times.
many, okay. Yeah.
I did with ours in the windshield because I placed it right in your line of sight.
You did, yes.
And
I couldn't see my mirror.
It didn't go back very nicely on the second, but we do have this available.
So that's for inside window clings.
Correct.
That's a great option too, but sometimes you can't always put them in the window.
And then we also have little fridge magnets. I know it's hard to see. This guy is only about 1.5 by 3 inches, maybe.
Yeah.
So you can put that on your fridge. And we also have RVing to Alaska pins. So if you want to put that on your jacket or on your hat or coat, scarf, whatever.
An enamel pin would be kind of cool.
The enamel pins didn't go over well, and these
That's
are
true.
very low quantity. I made the mistake of buying a ton of magnets and a ton of enamel pins, and they didn't sell. So low quantity, and if we sell out, then I may order more. That's typically what happens with our decals as well. I have a couple hundred ordered. As soon as they're sold out, I reevaluate how far we are in the year, and I either order more or say we're sold out. So, and then we also have other RVing to Alaska stickers, little Aurora moose and bears.
And these are actually Stacy creations. These are something that she kind of put together herself on the computer and made them cool.
And so, you know, our decal and our merchandise, we have t-shirts, bags, flags, coffee cups. That's the only way our business makes revenue other than our rally.
Although last year's rally was a learning experience.
It was a learning experience, but we don't ask you to join a Patreon page. We don't have you pay for membership.
dues.
This is the only way that you can support us financially through our endeavor is buying our merchandise. So that is that. So I'm really excited to slap this on our motorhome for next summer. I think we're going to be able to get out a little bit more.
I sure hope so.
If it's not on the motorhome, it might be on a track camper.
It won't be on the boat.
No, not on the
Won't be on the
boat.
boat.
So, all right.
Truck
That's,
camper. You said truck camper.
I did. I want a truck
Guys,
camper.
I do too. So much nicer in Alaska.
Well, that concludes our information on how this group page is going to work for you. I know this video took way more time than I expected, and
Right.
it's been so long since we've done
But
one of
there's
these.
just so much that we need to let these folks know.
Right?
You know,
Exactly.
it's an exciting time. There's a lot to do, and we have a lot of information to give you.
We do, and we're really excited to do it this year.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say we're gonna call this the end to this video, but we're gonna do
We're gonna call it part one.
Part one, done. And now we will upload part two, which we 100% dedicate to your number one questions. We asked you last week, what were your number one questions to RVing to Alaska? And we wrote them down, and we are gonna answer them for you
In part two.
live tonight.
Live in part two.
Live in part two.
So
Well, not live,
Oh, well.
pre-recorded.
So we'll answer those questions in part two of this video.
Yes.
All
So
right.
stay tuned,
See you in a bit.
and we'll see you part two.
Woohoo.
Bye. Thank you again for watching and being patient with our videos. Be sure to give us a like and comment below to keep the algorithm and the YouTube gods happy. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so you will be notified when our next video comes out, and I'll try and get another one out soon. Until next time, safe travels.